Call First Republic at 718-380-0006 and eliminate the middleman.
Right now I'm here with our loan officer from First Republic Mortgage Bankers. His name is Mr. Eddie Albert. Eddie, how are you this afternoon?
Good afternoon, Mona Lee.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well.
Wonderful.
Glad to be here.
I'm happy that you're here also. And we're also not alone. We've got another party who got some good things done for her at First Republic Mortgage Bankers. Her name is Monique. Let me say hello to Monique. Monique, how are you?
Hi, Mona. I'm fine, and you?
Very, very good. Very good. And I'm happy to know that you're on with us this afternoon, so I feel even better.
Yes.
And you went to First Republic Mortgage Bankers. Eddie Albert was your loan officer, and you had a transaction done successfully. Can you tell us about that, Monique?
Yes. We heard about First Republic through a flyer at my husband's job.
Okay.
And my husband wanted me to call and find out because we were looking to do a refinance. So other people told us it wasn't the right time. It couldn't be done. But Eddie Albert and Mike Jamigo made it possible.
Eddie, pop in here, and I didn't have you say hello to Monique. I apologize.
Hi, Monique. How are you?
Hi, Eddie. How are you?
Very good. How you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Glad you're here with us. And Monique was a real interesting situation. Monique was looking to refinance, and then we discovered that she was paying too much on one of her other properties.
Mm-hmm.
So we did, and she had some credit card debt, and we were looking to get her a little cash at the closing.
Yes.
So what we did for Monique, we paid off one of those houses, okay, that she had, and satisfied that bill with a lower interest rate than she was paying. So now she doesn't no longer have that mortgage. She was also able to pay off some credit cards, which was able to save her about $865 a month. And outlay expenses. So she was in a real good situation. She saved money. She walked away from the closing with $13,000, and she paid off one of our second homes.
Monique, that sounds great.
It's beautiful. It was a lovely thing.
Oh, my. You said you heard about First Republic from a flyer.
Yes.
And obviously, you and your husband, you've been successful using their services.
Yes.
Monique, what do you want to tell to our listening audience, Monique?
Well, I already try to pass on Eddie's number to various people at my job who own homes. And after this year is up, we will be going right back to First Republic to do another refinance on my other property.
Okay, sounds like a great thing.
It is.
And you're feeling good. Monique, I want to ask you this also, which I haven't done in a while. Did anyone coerce you into coming on the air or pay you to come on and endorse First Republic Mortgage Bankers? Did not. Thank you so very much, and thank you for passing Eddie's name on and First Republic Mortgage Bankers to the family and friends. And I know in the future, as you said, you're going to utilize their services once more.
Thank you, Mona, so much. Eddie, thank you extra specially very, very much, you and Mike.
Thank you, Monique. Thanks for sharing your situation with our listeners.
You're welcome.
That's really great.
Thank you so much, Monique. Thank you.
Okay.
All righty.
Have a good day.
You too. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Monique is a true success story, live right here on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, you can be a true success story also. Simple, making a phone call to the studio. Eddie Albert is here as you hear him on the air. He's here in studio with me. The number to call to speak to him is 718-652-6200. You can ultimately become a true success story. Eddie, let's talk a little bit about FHA, which is the order of the day, as we've been told, because so many people are now trying to do that product, and not everyone can. Talk to us about that, Eddie.
You know, what I said on the earlier show, Mona Lee, is this is the month where we want to pay off our credit cards. FHA has a great program. You can pay off you can get up to 95% of your house, up to $362, and pay off all those credit cards. So what a lot of people are doing right now, and they're taking note, and they're saying, you know what, I have these 20 to 30% interest rate cards. I want to get a federal government rate secured mortgage program so I can get rid of my debt. I don't want to make a credit card payment in December.
Yes.
So right now, last week we did a mortgage for somebody. It was done in 4 days.
Wow.
We closed the loan on the 5th day, but it was cleared to close in 4 days.
In 4 days.
Credit cards, we had a situation where she wanted to get rid of the debt. So that's what we did. So there's a lot of folks that are listening out there that need to take notice and say, hey, if you haven't paid off your credit card bills, July, August, September, October, and you don't want to have them come the new year, what you need to do is give me a call today over in the studio, and I'll personally evaluate your situation and put you into a situation where you will no longer have those credit cards. Now, I'm speaking with basically people who own homes out there that are just sitting on equity, but yet they're paying 20 to 30% interest on credit cards.
Not smart.
It makes no sense. And the listeners have to understand that debt is debt. If you owe it, you need to pay it.
True.
But there's a smart way of paying debt.
Yes.
And it's not smart to be paying 20 to 30% interest on your credit cards.
Not when you have an option.
Not when you could refinance at a 5.875 and transfer what I call that negative debt into positive debt and get that nice tax write-off at the end of the year.
That's what makes it even more positive. Not only the fact that the rate is so much lower, the fact that you get that tax write-off at the end of the year. That, to me, is the ultimate. So
if you're a listener and you've had these credit cards and you haven't paid them off in the last several months and you're still carrying balances, there's a good chance that you're not going to pay them off at the end of the month unless you take action. And really, all you need to do is give me a call over at the studio today, and that's at 718-652-6200. Give me a call. Tell me what your situation is, and I always pride myself on seeing how much money I can actually save you. I will look at every program we have available, and I will fine-tune your financial situation so that we can really work efficiently and save you the most amount of money, because these are difficult times right now. People are tightening their belts, and the one thing you don't want to do is throw money out the window every month.
Yes.
And if you're sitting on equity and you own a home and you're paying 20 to 30% on credit cards, you are throwing money out the window. You need to take action, get the facts, get all the information, and then you can make a decision if you want to save money or not. But given that position, most people, when I do a workup and they see that they're going to save X amount of money, nobody wants to pay more than they should.
True.
So when they see it in black and white on paper in front of them, that's really when it sends a message home, Mona Lee. A lot of people just don't realize they throw the bills on a pile. At the end of the month, they pay them. But if you ever looked at those interest statements,
they're astronomical.
Astronomical. And the credit card companies don't want you looking too close, folks. So what you need to do is take a look at them. Give me a call and say, you know, Eddie, I got 4 or 5 credit cards, and the average is $18,000. It keeps changing the numbers by the month on the reports, but there's a substantial amount of credit card debt.
Yes.
And if you have that debt and you have equity, really there is a way out for you. So you need to take notice and say, hey, I want to correct the situation. I want to work more efficient in 2009. We're heading towards the end of the year here. We don't know what's going to happen after this election. We don't know where rates are going to go. So take the mystery out, lock in. We still have the promotion of 5.875, and it's a fixed 30-year mortgage. It's not going to change. There's no mysteries. It's not going to come back and hurt you in the future. So it would behoove everybody to take advantage of this situation now. And you know what? Get some stress out of your life, because let's face it, nobody likes writing bills at the end of the month.
No.
First Republic Mortgage Bankers is a licensed mortgage banker, direct lender in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Florida, Delaware, Maryland, Georgia, South Carolina, headquartered at 110 Jericho Turnpike, Floral Park, New York.